hope you are all well. So this vlog is a little bit different to what I've done so far. Obviously you've seen me do builds, and obviously I've got a T5 series. Now, I've kind of set myself a bit of a task or a challenge to challenge myself really. I've always wanted to learn to upholster. So yeah, let's see how this goes, shall we? So obviously with that introduction, I've decided to do something, try and push myself basically. So I've got myself a sewing machine. I've always wanted to learn upholstery. So I thought, well, I'll get a cheap sewing machine. This was actually from Lidl's, £70. Read through the book. I've had a couple of practice goes with an old t-shirt. So I thought, well, only way I'm gonna know how good I am is just by practicing, and obviously practice makes perfect. So I've got some leather vinyl here, and I've looked up that I need something called scrim. So I've got this is I believe 6mm. So I'm gonna give it a go and see how we get on. So I've gone for a blue thread on the top and obviously a blue thread in the bottom as well. So let's have a go at this then, shall we? So we've gone that little time lapse. I've just done obviously a test piece. I'm actually quite happy. We can see all I've done on this piece is just the border. I've just used a blue stitch. It's not overly clear, but there is a blue stitch. So again, it's just a case of I'm just getting used to obviously doing stitching really. It's not something that I've done before. Obviously I've done it when I was at school. But I'm quite happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this piece straight down the middle and then do join the two together with like a hidden stitch. There's a name for it. I'm not an upholster. So yeah, I'm just going to do like a join stitch down the middle so that it looks like one piece. Well, not one piece, but a hidden stitch basically. So let's try it. So here's my join, as we can see down the middle. I'll zoom out a bit. Here's my join. I just tried a little bit of just doing a stitch here just for show, but it's not come out as good as what I thought it had. So again, this is just me trial and error, but I do actually like how I've done the join there. It's a little bit of a gap here, but again, for my first attempt at using this material, I'd used like t-shirt fabric, but it just wasn't working that well. So I'm just going to practice a bit more on here, just to try and get these threads a little bit further apart. Again, I don't know whether this is possible or not, but yeah, just a little bit more trial and error. So here we go. So I've had a bit of a play with different stitches. Again, I don't really have much of a clue what stitch does what. Obviously we've got a zigzag stitch here. It shows obviously this is all my stitches here, so I think I'm going to stick with just a straight stitch, which is this one here, which has been my best stitch so far. I'm not keen on any of these. Again, I think it's with material and I'm just a complete novice and beginner. So I'm going to cut this in half again. I'm going to do a join as we saw here, and I'm going to do a stitch either side and just see how clean that looks. So let's give it a go. So here's the result. Obviously we saw my stitch line here. It's come apart a little bit. I need to look into why that's happening. Again, it just could be just the stitch that I'm using. This side I had a bit of an issue halfway down. As we can see, it's lost its thread. I can realise the reason why is that I didn't actually thread the needle properly, so I've learned from that. And this was obviously the second stitch, so I'm actually quite happy with this stitch all the way down. Again, I'm still just practicing, which is the reason why I've bought this fabric. So yeah, I'm going to keep on practicing, and then I have a seat which I'm going to look have videos and tutorials on how to retrim a seat. So let's see. So I've made a start with just following some YouTube videos and making templates, obviously making them 10mm wider to allow me to stitch. These are all the panels. I've just got to re-stick them down and stitch them so they're held in place with obviously to the scrim foam. I've used like a 6mm thickness, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, it makes a nice little seat cover. Again, this is my first time ever doing upholstery, so I'm just learning by doing. I'm going to recheck the templates because we can see that the chalk's coming off, so I'm going to recheck the templates and make sure that all my markings for where they stitch to each other line up. So let's keep going. So all stitched down, templates is obviously the leathers stitched down. I have actually done a hidden stitch on this one already. I did just a simple pattern here, which lines out with the actual seat that I've used as a template. I've realised, obviously since using the chalk, that my markings have in fact rubbed away. So I'm gonna go round them with the templates again, just to make sure that I'm getting my stitch points in exactly the right place. So yeah, for my first attempt, again, I've never done this before. I've just been watching videos off of YouTube just to get ideas and just giving it a go really. And I'm just hoping that it'll just show other people that if you put your mind to something, you can do it. So keep watching. So here it is, my first attempt, whoa, can't there. My first attempt at doing a seat cover. I'm not overly happy, but I'm sort of happy in a sense that I have done it for the first time. I'm not overly happy with this piece here. So let's see what it looks like fitted. And here it is fitted. Does look a little bit sorry for itself. Again, I'm not overly happy with this piece here, but for my first attempt, I'm not going to be too hard on myself. I think it's okay. Again, I'm not an upholster. This is my first ever attempt at doing this. So yeah, that's it really. I'm going to obviously keep on trying. And I'm going to try a different technique with just doing more of a square shape instead of trying to almost run before I can walk. And that is the result of me trying to do my first ever bit of upholstery. It is something that I've always wanted to learn to do, and it is such an art. Again, I do have someone that does my upholstery, which is Devon Custom Trimming, as their work is unbelievable. But I just wanted to try and challenge myself really and just try and progress a bit more. Again, practice makes perfect. So I'm not going to give up. I will keep practicing. I've learned from this where I've gone wrong. I think I was trying to almost run before I could walk. I should have made it a lot more of a squarer template instead of trying to do like the curve in the bolsters. Especially using the sewing machine that I'm using. It is just a cheap one. It's nothing special, but for what I want to do, I think it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, I'm sure I'm going to post up some more pictures and more videos of future seat covers that I'm gonna attempt to do. Again, I'm hoping that this is kind of, although it's upholstery, I'm hoping that people you've liked the sort of like the determination that I've got to teach myself how to sew. Again, I've never done it before, and I want to kind of do it as well, that don't be afraid to push yourself and to try something new. Again, one of my quotes that I go by is, you may not succeed, but you're doomed if you don't try it. So if there is something that you want to do or you want to try, but you feel like you're not going to be good enough, 100% do it. Like, don't give up. Like, you can do it. Again, this is just a prime example. I thought everything was going so well with my practices. I thought I was doing quite a good job until the final product. So If you look at one half of the seat, it looks good. Look at the other half and yeah, it's not great. But again, I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Hit that like, hit that subscribe to keep up to date with all the videos. Again, drop a comment. If it's at a laugh face, do it again. I hope it brings you that bit of like, yeah, determination and laughter and smiles. Until next time, peace.